Jade Washoe, Ramsey Personality, is my co-host today. Thank you for joining us. We invite you to stop by our studios here south of Nashville in Franklin, Tennessee, anytime you'd like. We do this show live on the glass in our fabulous lobby with free coffee, free homemade cookies. Smells like Mama's kitchen in here. Come on in. Yeah, we'd love to have you come by and see us. And we do the show from 1 to 4 Central Time, Monday through Friday. So there's at least 2 of us Ramsey personalities sitting here. And some of them are much more entertaining than me, but I serve a purpose still. So we're still here. We're glad you're here. And speaking of what happens in the lobby, one of the things that's there is the debt-free stage right here in the lobby of Ramsey Solutions. And Kirk and Julie are on the stage. Hey, guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, Dave. Jade, how are you?
Good.
Good to have you guys. Where do you live?
We live in a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, fun. Well, welcome to Nashville. Good to have you. And came here to do a debt-free scream. How much have you paid off?
We've paid off $110,437.
Love it.
Nice.
How long did that take?
4.5 years.
Good for you. And your range of income during that time?
So we started at about 120,000, and then right in the midst of COVID, I lost my job of 9 years, and so we kind of had to regroup after that. But then I was very grateful to get a new job a few months later, and now we're up at 148,000.
You got a better job.
Well, that was more him than me, but
okay.
Still it was good.
Still worked out. Good.
Yeah.
Very good. Good for you guys. What kind of debt was the 110,000?
Dave, Jade, you name it, we had it all. 22 different credit cards. It was probably the height of the insanity. Just you name it, and we had it. Car leases, we had it all.
Okay. House?
No.
House is not paid off yet.
Not this. No, so this is debt-free except the house.
Correct.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you. Okay, good. Very good. Congratulations, you guys. Oh, okay. What happened 4.5 years ago? That's before COVID.
Yeah.
You started this process before the Fauci pandemic, and then you tore into this, right?
That's right.
Okay.
I think the thing that happened at that point, Dave, was you talk a lot in your videos and your books about being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I think the moment for us came when we were doing crazy things like I would tell Julie, you know, this credit card is not maxed out, and that's what you can use to buy some presents. Or we would go to a department store and say we had some space available on a card. Let's use that to buy gift cards at a store like that for others. And
you were normal.
We were.
Yeah.
We were. And it was about that time. It was a God thing, and it pointed me in the direction of Total Money Makeover. It was the book I found with a guy from Tennessee that I'd never heard of. Read the book cover to cover, and right about that time I started talking nonstop to Julie about you and your book and your principles.
And then right at that time, our church was offering a class, and so we took it, and we got into it, and we knew we wanted our kids not to make the same mistakes we had. So while we were starting to pay off debt, it wasn't with the gazelle intensity that you talk about, but then they asked us to teach the Generation Change course.
Oh.
So we taught that twice, and all our kids took it, and Rachel is married to John, and they paid off their debt with you a few months ago. But then it wasn't until we did that, and then we started teaching the adult class. We've taught it 5 times.
Financial Peace University.
Yeah,
Nice.
Okay,
and that's what really made us get gazelle intensity.
You don't have a choice if you're teaching
no,
it.
if
You
we're
got to go
teaching
do
it, we need to be the example,
that'll do it.
and that's what's done it.
Yeah, that got it going hard. Man.
Absolutely. That was the accountability thing. It was like you're teaching the class and you're making good friends in your church, and you're leading by example. It's no longer just, we're going to try little bits of this. We're going full go. And this is a testament to those people that have been in the class that if you stay with it, you stay with the program, you do all aspects of it 100%, you're going to get there.
Yeah. Way to go, guys. Wow. Way to go. I'm proud of you. How's it feel to be completely free?
It's still new, but we're thrilled because we've worked really hard, and we're just glad we're finally there. And
it's a long 4.5 years.
Yeah, and we don't want to see our kids make the same mistakes.
So, Julie, when Kirk came home and he said, hey, I heard of this guy, Dave Ramsey, what was your first thought? Like, were you 100% in on it, or did you have a moment where you're like, hold on a second?
I just didn't know. Sometimes he comes home with things and I'm like, oh, what is this? And I just didn't know about him. And then it was truly a God thing, because it was right after that our church said they were having the class, and we took it, and I was like, this truly was what we were meant to do.
Yeah, so once you got in the class, it was okay, though.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Okay.
And then teaching it, we've loved it. We just taught our 5th one. This wrapped up a couple months ago,
Right.
and we hope to keep on teaching it.
Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
So you said before, your whatever available balance, we'll use that. Did you have one straw that kind of broke the camel's back? Was it, usually people have that one moment that's like that. That's
What
it.
happened that made you go, this has got to change?
Well, we knew that our oldest was getting ready to go to college,
Mm-hmm.
and we did not want to have credit card debt or student loan debt, and we didn't want them to have that. And it was just, we realized when, our kids needed things for school, like clothes, and we didn't have money to get them, except it's like, oh, what's left on this store's card and what's on this? You
Yeah.
can't live like that.
You make too much money to feel that broke.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then we were trying to sell our home. This was like 11 years ago, but we were trying to sell our home, and we put granite countertops on the credit card that then we never got to enjoy those granite countertops because they went on the house that we sold. So those were the things I think that we were
that was really the tipping point for something like that, with home improvements that you'd never enjoy. And we just said, never for our kids and for their families. It's time to stop and get out of this and go game on, full go.
Behavior change.
For sure.
Love it.
Way to go, you guys. All right, when you're teaching these classes, you paid off $110,000, and they say, how'd you do that? What do you tell them the key to getting out of debt and getting control of your money is?
Go ahead.
I think the thing with it, is the principle, Dave, of giving first. We talked about that with our fellow church members, that we needed to set up our budget that way where giving was the first thing we did, the tithe to the church. And then we felt like with that, then you just things started to snowball after that. I mean, just like with the debt snowball, where we could go and say, every month we're going to sit down, do our budget, come up with our plan. And it's just, it's being on the same page. It's working together. It's having that intensity that, like you've said in your books and your videos, you need to sacrifice now and you're going to benefit in the long run. And we feel like that's where we've benefited now with, we have our oldest daughter is married, and she's married to John, who works here at Ramsey, and they did their debt-free scream back in October. And our middle daughter, she's engaged now. And when her boyfriend came to me and asked for permission to ask her to be married, I said, sure, you need to be the second person that takes FPU as well. So he was the second one that did that. And I feel like that's where we now have given that same kind of passion toward our kids and how they're going to live their own lives with money.
Very cool. I like his dad's style.
I know, that's right. Lay it on the line.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I've been doing this 35 plus years now, and I've never met a person of faith who started tithing off the top before they did anything else that regretted it. I've never had one say, Dave, that's the stupidest idea. It doesn't work. Now, I've had people that don't do it say it's stupid. But I've never had somebody who actually is a giver as a part of their faith walk before they do anything that says it's wrong. And oftentimes we hear someone standing here on the debt-free stage saying it was the key. It was the breakthrough for us to put generosity first, put God first, and trust Him, and then move forward, how that opened up everything for them. So congratulations, you guys. We're proud of you. Well done. Well done. You guys are heroes. Kirk and Julie, Cleveland, Ohio area, making paid off 110 in 4.5 years, making 120 to 148. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's done. You change the family tree by making sure the new son-in-law goes.
I know, that's right.
This is The Ramsey Show.